And it's a great morning for us today because we have a chance to meet yet another of our Indiana County First Responders of the Month, presented by Rosebud Mining. It's a wonderful program. You can go to WCCSradio.com and click on the First Responder of the Month page, brought to you by Rosebud Mining, and find out how you can nominate somebody for this wonderful recognition. And today we meet Gary Ryan from Citizens Ambulance Service. And Gary, it's good to have you with us. I'm glad that you're able to come in and be with us today.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity, and a special thanks to Rosebud Mining for doing this program. What an amazing community, and what an amazing group of first responders that we have.
Yeah,
it's been an absolute privilege to serve the community, and thank you for this honor.
Our visit with Gary, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted Best Law Firm and Best Personal Injury Lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. So Citizens Ambulance for how long?
Since 1989.
1989. You're a vet too, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
Was fortunate to inspire my two sons. I have a son now that's stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas, and another that's serving in Iraq as we speak.
How long ago did you serve?
I enlisted. I did the split-op program. So I was a junior in high school when I first enlisted. Did basic training between my junior and senior year, and after my senior year, did my AIT.
Yeah. And when you leave, was Citizens your first job leaving the service?
I actually started with Citizens, while I was still in high school.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, at 16 years old, you could get certified as an EMT.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget asking my mother to sign the application for me to be able to do the program at IUP. So I worked at Citizens, when I was in high school.
But it was Aunt Flo who got you interested, huh?
Absolutely. As I was reflecting, I remember very clearly visiting, her house, and on her bed she had this little dog, and it had Pennsylvania Ambulance Association on it. And, when I would go over there, I would see that, and she would talk very fondly about Citizens and the experiences that she had. And I would say that that was really what inspired me to want to be a part of it.
Flo Scrow, of course, from here in Indiana, and she was with the organization forever. And one of the things about Citizens Ambulance Service is I noticed that when people go to Citizens, I guess you'd say it's a hard organization to leave because it's a wonderful mission and you're working with good people and there's such a need.
You said it precisely as I would have. What an amazing, amazing group of people that I was privileged to work with over the years. And the thing about Citizens, and I hope that maybe we can inspire others to want to do the job, but it's really a great opportunity to segue into many other healthcare occupations. Just countless nurses, doctors, getting into law enforcement, and especially now we have a lot of college students that are bridging the gap, wanting to go to PA school and other programs. So what a great organization to work for.
It's a good training ground, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's been an absolute privilege just to associate with the first responders, the 911 dispatchers. Had the privilege of working there as well. Police, fire, EMS. This community is indeed blessed with some amazing individuals.
Now let's go through the job titles, or maybe not titles, but the roles that you have filled with Citizens Ambulance. You start as an EMT.
Started as an EMT.
You become a paramedic.
Became a paramedic.
And then you move from that. And I know that once you're a paramedic, you're always a paramedic.
That's kind of like the Marines. They say, once a Marine, always a Marine.
That's
right?
true. That's true. But as a paramedic, then you move on into some of the management roles at Citizens as well.
I did. I was fortunate, again, to work with such a great team, to serve as an operations manager and be part of the human resources department to recruit other individuals. It's been an exhilarating career without question.
Yeah.
I've been very blessed.
Yeah. Now full-time previously, but part-time now?
Part-time now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the job just really gives you the opportunity to reflect on yourself and to understand, what you're truly capable of. After running my own consulting practice for a while, I'm now, full time with Advanced Care Pharmacy, here in Indiana, as the sales manager. So, still able to impact, lives,
Sure.
in a different way, but also an exhilarating opportunity as well.
Yeah, yeah. In your role with Citizens, of course, as we said, you have played down through the years many different parts. It's a challenging environment, isn't it, to work in because of the uncertainty and the dangers. There are dangers.
Absolutely. It's become more of a dangerous occupation over the years, but fortunately, our relationship with law enforcement, we're just one part of the true first responders in the community, as I mentioned. 911, police, fire, and of course EMS. It's amazing, what we have in the community and the opportunities.
Yeah, I am completely fascinated by the way that you coordinate with other agencies. Indiana County is a very collaborative type of a county when it comes to emergency services. But even within Citizens Ambulance, I've often said to Bruna, to everybody really, that it's fascinating to me that, for instance, when a call goes out for the Plumville station, and the Plumville station is not available for the next call, you still have to cover that area. And so the entire ambulance organization kicks into gear, and you adjust and you move ambulances around so that you have that flexibility to cover here while also covering there. It's very challenging.
A lot of logistics involved. It's one of those things that a lot of people don't truly understand until that time of need. A lot of work, a lot of regulation, a lot of licensing, a very expensive business to operate, as we've learned recently. But a service that is absolutely essential to the community, and one that I hope others will consider joining and consider roles as EMTs, paramedics, first responders.
Yeah, our primary role here today is not to talk about Citizens Ambulance and its needs, but I don't feel that we can do this segment without talking about the fact that from a legislative standpoint, we're looking at some things happening in Harrisburg that might help out an organization such as Citizens Ambulance. But from a very Indiana County personal type of standpoint as well, people can help Citizens Ambulance by becoming members. That's the first thing that folks should do.
Absolutely. And I think from my perspective too, there's a real concern for staffing. You look around, I get very concerned when I see, my peers, and, colleagues that are part of the fire service. You don't see the number of volunteers, that you used to. You don't see the number of applications coming in for EMT and paramedic, positions. But if I can leave the impression today, that would be, it is an absolute exhilarating career to be able to use your life to save others or to make a difference. It makes it very easy to put your head down on the pillow at night, just knowing that you were, put in the position to be able to help others.
And it's a very essential service that we cannot afford to lose. So become a member. If you have a heart for helping others, they'd love to have you walk through the door there at Citizens Ambulance and join the team too.
Absolutely.
Gary Ryan, so good to meet you and so good to have you in the studio as our first responder of the month. I'm going to ask Paul Tatarko to come over and present the plaque to you.
Gary, congratulations. Well deserved. Thank you for your service, not only in the community, for our country. I know you said you served 6 years in the military, and that's very much appreciated. And your sons are doing that now. So,
thank you.
Very well said this morning, Todd. Thank you. On behalf of Citizens Ambulance, on behalf of Rosebud Mining and Render Broadcasting, we wanted to present you with the First Responder of the Month for the month of August.
Well, thank you. This will be one of my most prized possessions that I will share with my boys with all the plaques they have on the wall. I think they're outnumbering me.
Well, you've got time to catch up, Gary.
Looking forward to it.
Gary Ryan, so good to meet you, and thank you so much for your service to the citizens of Indiana County through Citizens Ambulance.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. You can, once more, visit WCCSradio.com, find the Rosebud Mining Indiana County First Responder of the Month page, and you'll see the pictures of everybody who has won the award so far. Gary's picture will soon be joining them. And you can also nominate folks to be the Indiana County First Responder of the Month as well. You'll see a big, long list of folks there. You can add somebody to that list, and maybe they one day will be right here in the studio with us as well, celebrating the service that so many folks do for Indiana County. It's 22 minutes after 9 o'clock. It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Erin Rial is here this morning. She's got the Money Matters Report.